Most couples are surprised to learn that Social Security doesn't just pay benefits on your own work record. You can also qualify for a spousal benefit. But here's the confusing part. It's not automatic, and it doesn't always equal half of your spouse's check. Hi, I'm Gariano. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through 4 things: exactly how spousal benefits work, how Social Security decides what you receive, the biggest misconceptions to avoid, and lastly, the key rules you need to know so you don't leave money behind. So first, let's start with the basics. What exactly is a spousal benefit? Spousal benefits are a way for one spouse to collect Social Security based on the other spouse's earnings record. Here's what you need to know from a high level, but we'll dive into these points deeper with some examples a little later on in the video. So first, the maximum spousal benefit is 50% of your spouse's benefit at their full retirement age, also called their PIA, their primary insurance amount. For example, if your spouse's FRA benefit is $2,000, your maximum spousal benefit is $1,000. To qualify, you must be married at least 1 year, and if you're divorced, you may still qualify if the marriage lasted at least 10 years. You're currently unmarried, and you're age 62 or older. Now, you also must be at least 62 to claim this spousal benefit. But if you claim before your own FRA, your spousal benefit is permanently reduced. Unlike your own retirement benefit, spousal benefits do not grow after FRA. So delaying beyond your FRA won't increase the spousal portion. Now, you know what a spousal benefit is, but here's where most people get confused. How does Social Security actually decide how much you'll receive? Social Security doesn't just hand you 50% of your spouse's benefit. They first look at your own benefit, then add a supplement if needed. So here's what the formula looks like. First, they calculate your own retirement benefit. Next, if your benefit is less than 50% of your spouse's PIA, they then add a spousal top-up to bring you up to that amount. If your own benefit is higher, you simply get your own benefit with no additional spousal supplement. So let's give an example by using real numbers so you can understand it better. So if your spouse's FRA benefit is $2,000, your max spousal benefit is $1,000. Staying with this example, if your own FRA Social Security benefit is $600, then Social Security pays you $600, your own benefit, plus $400, the spousal supplement, to equal that full $1,000 spousal benefit. If your own benefit is $1,200, you're already above the $1,000, so you only get your own benefit, no spousal boost. So you can see why there's confusion. It's not as simple as saying, I'll just get half of my spouse's benefit. Timing, your own benefit, and your spouse's claiming age all play a role. And because of these complexities, it's easy for myths to creep in. So let's bust some of those next. But before we do, if this is something you want to apply to your own situation, click the link in the description below. You'll answer a few quick questions, and within 48 hours, I'll send a personalized retirement assessment video straight to you. No cost, no obligation, just some high quality information designed for you. Now that we've looked at how Social Security calculates spousal benefits, let's clear up some of the common myths I hear. The first misconception: I'll automatically get half of my spouse's benefit. Well, this one is really common. People hear spousal benefit equals 50% and assume it's guaranteed. But the truth is, you only get up to 50% of your spouse's FRA benefit, and only if your own benefit is smaller. On top of that, if you claim before your full retirement age, you won't get 50%. You'll get something closer to 32 to 35%. So, for example, let's say your spouse's FRA benefit is $2,400. Half of that is $1,200. If you wait until your full retirement age, you could get the full $1,200. But If you claim at 62, you'd get closer to $840. And that reduction is permanent. So let's move on to the second misconception, which is I can collect both my own benefit and my spouse's benefit. Now, if you remember what we talked about above, no, Social Security doesn't stack these benefits. You don't get both checks. Instead, they calculate your own benefit first and then add a spousal top-up if you qualify. So, for example, your own benefit is $700. Your spouse's FRA benefit is $2,000. So your max spousal benefit would be $1,000. Social Security pays you your $700, then adds $300 to bring you to your $1,000 spousal benefit. But you don't get the $1,700. It's one benefit, not two. Now, for the third misconception, if my spouse delays until 70, my spousal benefit will grow too. This one really confuses people. The higher earner's benefit does grow with delayed retirement credits, but the spousal benefit does not. Your spousal benefit is always capped at 50% of your spouse's FRA benefit, not their delayed benefit. Let's give an example. If your spouse's FRA benefit is $2,000, your spousal benefit is $1,000. If your spouse delays until age 70, their check might grow to $2,480. Now that helps with their income and your survivor benefit, but your spousal benefit stays capped at $1,000. Let's move on to misconception number 4. Spousal benefits and survivor benefits are the same thing. This one's completely false. They are two different programs with different rules. A spousal benefit is up to 50% of your spouse's FRA while they're alive. And a survivor benefit is 100% of what your spouse was actually receiving at the time of their death. For example, if your spouse's FRA benefit is $2,000, your spousal benefit is $1,000. But if your spouse delays to age 70 and is receiving $2,480 and then passes away, your survivor benefit is that $2,480 stepped up benefit, not $1,000. That's why the higher earner's claiming decision has such a big impact on long-term security. Let's move on to misconception number 5. Spousal benefits are automatic. Unfortunately, they're not. You actually have to apply for them. And your spouse must already be claiming their own benefit before you can receive yours. You can't just turn on a spousal benefit whenever you'd like. So for example, if your spouse is 67 and has not filed yet, you cannot collect a spousal benefit until they begin theirs. That catches a lot of couples by surprise. So those are the myths. And once you understand why they're wrong, it's easier to focus on the real rules that actually matter. So let's go through the 5 key rules and takeaways you need to remember about spousal benefits. Takeaway number 1, wait until full retirement age to maximize spousal benefits. If you claim your spousal benefit before your full retirement age, it will be permanently reduced. The maximum spousal benefit, 50% of your spouse's FRA, is only available until you wait until your own FRA. For example, if your spouse's FRA benefit is $2,000, your maximum spousal benefit is $1,000. But if you claim at age 62, you'll only get about $700. That's a permanent reduction of $300 per month or $3,600 per year for the rest of your life. Takeaway number 2, the primary wage earner must file first. You can't collect a spousal benefit until your spouse has filed for their own Social Security benefit, with one narrow exception for older Americans born before January 2nd of 1954. That's the restricted application. But for most people today, the higher earner has to start benefits before the other spouse can collect. For example, if your spouse is 67 but hasn't filed yet, you can't receive your spousal benefit. Once they file, you then become eligible. Takeaway number 3, spousal benefit equals your own benefit plus the spousal supplement. You don't get your own benefit and half of your spouse's on top. Social Security calculates your own benefit first, then adds a spousal supplement to bring you up to 50% of your spouse's FRA benefit. For example, if your own benefit is $800 and your spouse's FRA benefit is $2,000, your spousal max is $1,000. Social Security will pay you your $800 plus $200 supplement. So you won't get the full $1,800, just the $1,000 max. Takeaway number 4. Claiming Social Security early reduces spousal benefits. Just like your own benefit, claiming spousal benefits early comes with a penalty. If you claim at age 62, the spousal benefit can reduce by as much as 30%. That reduction is locked in for life. So for example, if your spouse's FRA benefit is $2,400, your spousal benefit could be $1,200. But if you claim at age 62, you may only receive $840. That's a $360 monthly reduction, or over $4,000 per year that you never get back. Takeaway number 5. Include Social Security claiming in your overall retirement plan. Spousal benefits shouldn't be looked at in isolation. They interact with your household income, taxes, and survivor benefits. The higher earner's claiming age affects not just their own check, but also their survivor benefit. And the lower earner's timing can help balance cash flow in the early years while the higher earner delays. For example, one strategy is for the lower earner to claim at FRA while the higher earner delays to age 70. That way you can have income now and maximize the survivor benefit later. And during the gap years, you can use Roth conversions to lower future taxes. So those are the 5 key takeaways. First, wait until FRA to maximize. Second, remember the higher earner must file first. Third, understand the spousal supplement calculation. Fourth, know the risks of claiming early. And lastly, always coordinate Social Security with your bigger and greater retirement plan. The natural question becomes, how do you actually decide when to take a spousal benefit? Well, let's walk through that decision process next. Here's a simple framework I use when helping couples. Step 1, identify the primary wage earner. The higher earner's claiming age usually matters most because their decision not only sets their own benefit, but also their survivor benefit later on. So for example, if the higher earner waits until age 70, their survivor benefit is maximized, giving the surviving spouse a larger guaranteed check for life. Step 2, check the lower earner's own benefit. If the lower earner's own benefit is close to or above 50% of the higher earners, then spousal benefits may not add much. In that case, their own benefit might be the better path. So for example, if the lower earner's benefit is $1,100 and the spousal max would be $1,000, there's no spousal benefit that would even apply in this case. They'll just take their own. Step number 3, consider your ages and timing. If you're both at or near full retirement age, then waiting until FRA ensures the spousal benefit isn't reduced. If one spouse is much older, their claiming decision matters more for survivor benefits. And if you're close in age, coordinating one earlier claim with one delayed claim often makes the most sense. Step 4, evaluate household cash flow needs. Sometimes couples need income earlier. In those cases, the lower earner may claim first to bring in some cash flow, while the higher earner delays to maximize their long-term benefits. So for example, the lower earner files at age 65 to provide $1,000 a month of income, while the higher earner will wait until age 70 to step into $3,000 of monthly income. Step 5, factor in taxes and other retirement accounts. Delaying both benefits creates a gap in income, but that gap can be used strategically. Many couples use these years to do Roth conversions, drawing down from pre-tax accounts at lower tax brackets. This both supplements income and reduces taxes later on. So the general principle is this. The higher earner usually delays to protect the survivor benefit. The lower earner can claim earlier if income is needed, and both decisions should fit into your overall retirement income and tax plan. That's how you take Social Security from being a government program to being a coordinated household strategy. Here's the bottom line. Spousal benefits can be a valuable part of your retirement income plan, but the rules are often misunderstood. The amount you receive depends on your own benefit, your spouse's benefit, and when you both decide to file. If you'd like to see how spousal and survivor benefits fit into your plan, I've created a free retirement assessment. Just click the link in the description below, answer a few quick questions, and within 48 hours, I'll send you a personalized video showing the best claiming strategy for you and your spouse. Don't leave this decision to chance. Make sure you're getting every dollar you earned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.